thing is actually blocking my face. What does that say? I have no clue. There it goes. It's faded out. Guys, thank you so much for joining us for Motivational Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you are enjoying your holiday weekend, your long weekend. However, certain things I feel just need to be done on a constant and
Mm-hmm.
consistent basis. One of those things being Motivational Monday. Motivation is one of those things that just never rests. And I think there's a joke there someplace. But
Mm-hmm.
you have to constantly keep yourself motivated, and that's very, very important. What we anchored this to was actually a song. We all have this YouTube playlist of videos that we play when we're cleaning the house, or
Mm-hmm.
we have downtime, or we're relaxing, or whatever. And mine has this song that I've been carrying around from device to device to device. The Weight of My Mistakes by Seal.
Mm-hmm.
However, when I was watching it yesterday, I think I truly understood what he was saying in that song. I had it like 180 degrees completely wrong
Mm-hmm.
the first few years that I listened to it, but it made sense when I was listening to it yesterday. So the song starts out with the weight of my mistakes depends on how I feel, but don't let it bring you down. Very, very important. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the part that I just wasn't getting.
Mm-hmm.
We all make mistakes in this life. It's
Mm-hmm.
what makes us better people.
Mm-hmm.
It's what makes us wiser people. We make mistakes.
Yep.
However, there is no person on this planet that has never, ever, ever made a mistake, because
Mm-hmm.
that means that they lived a perfect life, and that basically makes them to be God,
Mm-hmm.
or the universe. Um, it's a growth thing, and it's something that you have to accept within yourself. Is not everything is going to go perfect. You're going to have days where you make mistakes. Again, I constantly talk about how you treat yourself when you make those mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
the self-talk that you give yourself. I find it easier through life if I make a mistake, just immediately jump to the resolution so that it doesn't happen again. I mean, would you agree with that?
Yes, I definitely agree. I definitely agree. Like you said, everybody makes mistakes.
Yes.
So, just thinking about Seal's lyrics, you know, my mistakes, your mistakes, his, her, whoever's mistakes, we all have different scales. See, with a universal scale, you step on a scale and your weight is your weight.
Right, right.
You and someone may be the same weight, but a mistake scale is a different scale.
Right.
So the weight of your mistakes may not be the same weight as somebody else's mistakes.
Yes.
And then it also depends on how you carry that weight.
That is deep.
And
That's
what you
that
choose
deep
to do
doo-doo
with
right
it.
there. That's that deep doo-doo right there. How you carry that weight, that actually transfers into that thing that we talked about before. Luggage. Extra luggage. Sometimes we carry the weight of our mistakes, and we bash ourselves throughout our whole existence based on one mistake. And just to give you, I guess, a litmus, it could be a relationship that you really, really was into, and you did something really, really stupid, and the other person's like, you know what, I can't deal with this. Some people will carry this weight around with them for the rest of their lives. On a more intense level, let's say you're married and the marriage just doesn't work out for whatever reason. There are a lot of people that carry that weight throughout their life. What Seal says in the song in the first opening line is, the weight of my mistakes depends on how I feel, but don't let it bring you down. That speaks volumes. In other words, this is my mistake. I screwed up. Why is it affecting you so much? And we find that so many people in our lives, due to their need to show you that they're perfect, will actually help you bash yourself on your mistakes. These people, and you can always tell these people because they never have a resolution. They just have a chain of bad words to degrade you about this mistake, as if they've never done anything wrong in their life. Latif says that universal scale is different. Mistakes all, depending on the mistake or the weight of the mistake, is relevant to the person experiencing it.
Yep.
This is why you have to move through life with a sort of at least a small amount of kindness,
Mm-hmm.
because people make mistakes, and let's
Mm-hmm.
say you forget to, let's say you have an important call, it's about a business deal or a job or something like that, but you forgot to pay your bill, your phone
Mm-hmm.
bill. And
Mm-hmm.
these people have no way to reach you, and you're looking at your phone the whole day because you thought you paid it.
Mm-hmm.
You thought it was on auto pay. You don't know. You just thought that you paid it. And then you're like, 2 hours later, oh man, these people have never called me. Let me see if they left a message.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out your phone is off.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big mistake. It really is, but it's something that you have to deal with. Nobody else has to deal with that. So when people come back, oh man, you was a dummy. You know, you should have made sure that you paid your bill. You should have made sure that you did it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not helping the problem. And I find that in my life, I'm getting tired of people that they never have a solution.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to tell me how dumb or stupid or idiotic
Mm-hmm.
that I was for allowing that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's almost like this whole tribe thing. You know, that's not your tribe if the people that consider themselves to be part of your tribe just have nothing to do, better to do, but to bash you.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a true friend. That's not true family. That's not a true relationship. If all you have is bad things to say about me,
Mm-hmm.
all I'm going to say to you is, it's the weight of my mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let it get you down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? In other words, move out the way.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not going to be part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Move the hell out the way.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to start doing this on a regular basis, because we all have people in our lives that are just like this.
Mm-hmm.
The weight of your mistakes now becomes something that they get to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
That becomes something that they get to bash you with. That becomes something that they get to drag you down with.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to remind you.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you need these people in your life?
Mm-hmm.
The weight of my mistakes
Mm-hmm.
depends on how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to learn the lesson,
Mm-hmm.
that's up to me. If I want to go on continuing to make the same mistake, hopefully that's not the correct mindset for most
Mhm.
people, that's up to me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let it bring you down.
Mhm.
There's no reason for it to bring you down.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like, with weight. As women, it's easier to see somebody else gaining weight. What do we
Mhm.
say when we know somebody that was a certain size? Oh my God, look how big they got.
Mhm.
Oh, so and so, you gaining weight.
mhm.
But then someone else may be looking at you that's just observing and saying, well, you about the same. You about the same. So it's easier to see a fault on somebody else than it is your own, which
Yes.
is why we should focus on ourselves.
Yes.
Because it's just like the old saying, while you're pointing one finger at someone else, there's four more
Pointing
it
right back at you. Right back at you.
So, or three.
Well, let me see.
That's
Well,
all.
three.
Yeah,
Cause
it depends on
like
how you
that.
point.
Yeah.
But three more pointing at you. And that, thinking about that saying actually stops me
Right.
a lot of times before I speak on anyone else, because it's like, wait a minute,
Mhm.
you're not perfect. You're carrying your own weight.
Right.
And it gets real heavy when you're pointing out everyone else's mistakes
Mhm.
and everything wrong that someone else did. And no matter how you try to soothe yourself by acting like yours, it's not there, or maybe no one knows about
Right.
your mistakes, but you know about the other person. You know
Mhm.
about
You know
everybody
about
else's
those. Yeah,
mistake,
yeah.
but you kept your stuff nicely, tucked under. It's still weighing you down.
Right. Well, that's, you know what, and please go check out the video. It's a very short video, under 10 minutes.
Mhm.
The motivational files, which I do every Monday as well.
Mhm.
I talked about that. Is that inner truth. Sometimes we find it easier to point out the flaws in the people around us because it keeps us from looking at the flaws within us.
Mhm.
Now, are the flaws that are within the people outside of you more important than fixing the flaws within yourself?
Mhm.
See, we can all sit down and have a delicious buffet, and the whole time that we're eating this buffet dinner, sit up there and talk about what's going on in everybody else's life. How is that helping you as a sentient being?
Mhm.
How is that helping you when you're sitting up there saying, oh, well, this one, did you know that this one does this and and they did the stupidest thing the other day?
Mhm.
Yeah, but is Is that taking accountability for your inner truth, for the person that you are? I think it's very, I have this thing with judgmental people. I really do, because judgmental people, here's the problem that I have with judgmental people. They do not know my whole life. They do not understand the circumstances and the situations that I have been in that have shaped me to think the way that I think. They do not know how I resolved or found the inner strength to resolve. Again, we go to that universal scale, those big mistakes that I've made. See, it's easy for you to come alongside when everything is all right and start judging and talking and basically telling me how I should live my life. Yet and still, when I was going through the mistakes, look left, look right, don't see you there. Don't see you there. People will, and I have to be honest here, and it seems like, and this in a sense is motivation, okay? If you allow people to bash you, if you allow people to constantly remind you of the mistakes that you have made in your life, and you know what? Your mistakes are your mistakes. You may have cheated in a relationship, you may have not thought about yourself and your physical self and just passed yourself around. You might have gotten a disease for being stupid. You might have found yourself in a really, really financial bind because of your choices. Those are mistakes. And hopefully you have enough common sense and enough wisdom to know, hey, I've got to fix these mistakes. But that gives no one else the right. It gives no one else the permission. It gives no one else a pass to sit up there and judge you. People that judge, I find they sit in glass houses and just throw rocks. And how does that help you? Because when it rains, you got a glass house and you done broke all the windows, busy throwing rocks at everybody else. There's a quote in the Bible, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember it completely, but let those without sin cast the first stone. They was about to stone this woman, and basically some judge said, no, okay, well, we're going to stone her. This is what we're going to do. Whoever has no sin, basically whoever has never had bad judgment or made a mistake, you go ahead and throw the first rock. I hate to use, because I believe in the universe, I believe in the mathematical precision of the universe. I believe that the universe has a plan for all of us. And that we will never understand that plan to completeness. All we can do is be positive individuals and give positive energy and allow it to unfold with our choices. But at the same time, I find, and I put up a post today, and it was basically geared towards judgmental people. Those who are envious, those who are hateful, those who would rather throw the first stone knowing that they have sinned. If your religion or the thing that you rely on to get you through the day, it needs to keep you positive. It needs to keep you positive. I don't care if you believe in Allah. I don't care if you believe in Jesus Christ. I don't care if you believe in God. I don't care if you believe in Buddha. All of those religious doctrines has nothing about being mean and judgmental to your fellow human being. And if I'm wrong, please send me the verse, put it in the comments. I'll look it up. I'll see for myself. But last time I checked, there's nothing there. There is nothing there. Again, the weight of my mistakes depends on how I feel. Don't let them bring you down. Okay? Yes, if you have a religion, if you believe in the universe, whatever the case may be, okay, you've got to keep it positive. Because if you're not keeping it positive, you're basically telling me as a person that you don't believe in it. Most importantly, you don't believe in yourself. You can't.
Nope, you can't. You can't. And what goes with that also is we all have ways that how we balance that weight of our mistakes.
Yes.
And it's not for anyone else to, not me, not you, not anyone, can tell you how to learn from your mistake,
Right.
how to fix the mistake if it's involving someone else, how to rectify it.
Right.
Is no one. They may go about it one way. Some people submerge themselves in church or whatever religious institution. Other people need that time to themselves. Other people need to travel. It's certain ways everyone handles it. So it's
Right.
no one's right to tell you, oh, well, if you're not doing it that way, then you're just full of bullcrap.
Right.
You're just full of bullcrap. You're not really trying to fix your mistakes because you're not at church, or you're not at the mosque, or you're not here. That's
right. That has nothing to do with
right.
me.
That's not, So I say, wear your mistakes, that weight, wear it well, make it look good on you.
Yes.
By thoroughly learning from them, and if it affected others, then try to give them closure with a sincere apology.
Yes.
You can't do but so much when it comes to someone else.
Right.
That's why it's called a mistake, a mistake.
Right.
It's not something that's repeated over and over and over again for years and years and years. That right there would be a part of who you are.
Right.
But if it really is sincerely a mistake and it's affecting others, you give them that sincere apology.
Yes.
Then that also gives you closure, and you let your higher power be the scale.
Yes.
Because that is the scale that you have. That's the only scale. You're not stepping on it. That scale was literally within you. It's nobody else's job.
That is that real doo-doo right there. That is the real truth. And let me just bring this back just for understanding. I'm not talking about mistakes at work. I'm not talking about, mistakes at the job. No, you got to fix that. If you want to continue to get that paycheck, you better follow the standard operational procedure. And you'll probably get a talking to about, hey, listen, you just cost us X amount of money. It was a mistake, but don't let it happen again. I get that part. What I'm talking about is real freaking life. Okay, this journey, the struggle that we go through life. As parents, we find ourselves in a precarious position. We don't want our children to make the same mistakes that we have made. We don't. We go out of our way. We become contortionists. We become circus acrobats just to keep our children from making the same mistakes that we have made. However, all you can do is give them the right moral compass and a right value system, and they will figure it out on their own. Because I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth, and you can all attest to this. They don't listen. They don't listen. They figure you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They automatically figure you don't know what you're talking about, and they go out there and they make the mistake. Come on, you grew up, you did it yourself. Your parents warned you until your ears started bleeding. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, because if you do this, it's going to happen. Trust me, I've been there before, blah, 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 boom. The first free moment you get to do it, you went and did it. Okay?
Yep.
So don't sit up here and, again, it's just the way that life plays out. But here's the sad part. Sometimes when we become adults and we have those judgmental people in our lives, and they start analyzing our lives and looking at our lives in a frame that they have created, they try to use that as a form of control. They do. Remember that, you can always tell with those conversations, I'm just trying to tell you, because remember that time when you was younger, I warned you about that, and you went and did it, and you saw how that turned out. That is control, because once again, we're always going to make the mistakes that we make. There's just no way around it. Sometimes we think that we're better than the system. Sometimes that we think that we're smarter than everybody else. Sometimes we think that, hey, I know best. And then we find ourselves in that situation, and usually, we give that heartfelt apology. Yeah, mom, yeah, dad, yeah, bro, yeah, sis, you was right. I get that. But once you become an adult, you detach yourself. Okay? If your parents didn't give you the morals and the value systems and the moral compass that you need, once you reach a certain age, there's no more talking. It's done. It's done. This is the way that I treat the girls. I constantly give them constant reinforcement of what's right and what's wrong, because I know and understand. Once they reach a certain age, what I got to say is like that teacher on Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah. Can I go out? Can I have some money? Can I go to the mall? That's what it becomes.
Yep. I forgot what I was going to get me. I was so into what you were saying.
I'm sorry.
That I was just going to say, you know, and if, you know, you are dealing with,
Look who's here.
you know, say you made a huge amount of mistakes. I mean, if you were a certain age, you made a few mistakes.
Oh, yeah,
trust me.
yeah.
And you have,
Talk about mistakes.
you have people in your life that constantly remind you of your mistakes.
Right.
That's not doing you are that's enough weight. All they're doing is adding
Adding
more
on
weight.
to the weight.
They're adding on to the
Put
weight.
some more 10-pound barbells inside of this bag that I've been carrying around anyway.
Yeah, they're adding on to the weight, and whether you want to admit it, they want to admit it or not, they don't really want to see you go but so far.
Right.
They want to see you melt because of your mistakes. They don't want to see you go further in life.
They don't want to see you
They may not
flourish.
ever admit it. Yeah, they
Right.
don't want to see. They may not ever admit it. They might say, "Oh no, that's not the deal." So why?
Why?
Why? Anyone in your life, you know, that is judging you based off of anything in your past, any mistakes or anything, then you may need some time away from them.
Right.
You're gonna need some time away.
Yeah. Again, you know, I find this to ring so true is it doesn't mean that you don't love these people anymore. It really doesn't. The love is still there, but at what point do you take responsibility for self and the person that you are and your growth and your ability to flourish and your ability to bloom? You know, we make so many freaking mistakes. I can be transparent and honest that where you going? There's probably a mistake that I make every day. But I learn from it. It's not for someone to tell me how stupid I am or how dumb I am or I told you that was going to happen. How is that helping me? You know, is that mental brainwashing? See, the reason why I finally understood the song was because I always thought that Sia was basically saying, screw you, I don't care how you feel. He's not saying that. What he was saying is, he says, it depends on how I feel, how I want to move forward, how I want to attack this situation. Don't worry about it. Don't let it bring you down. You know, people try to run the narrative of, oh, I just have your best interests in mind. Well, if you have my best interests in mind, stop reminding me of the stupid things that I've done in my past. If you have my best interests in mind, let's not converse about that time where even I feel ashamed about it. Why are we talking about this? Why are we conversing about this? What is the reason? What is the reason? I think the only reason is to remind me, to bring me down a notch, to say you're not all that because remember when you did this.
That. Yep.
No matter how big you think you are, you're not that big because I know that this. You know, and you're saying to yourself, do I got to kill this person just to stop hearing this? Do I have to really commit murder? You know, just to stop hearing this? But that's how it feels sometimes. And they always come around as you begin to elevate, as you begin, again, we all have skeletons in our closet. But listen to the phrase, skeletons in your closet. There comes a point where you can clean out your closet. There comes a point where you can just throw everything away and basically say, I don't really care about this anymore. Or you can peek in the closet and go, ooh, oh, y'all can't never get out here. Y'all gonna ruin my life. Come on. You made a mistake. You've been making mistakes all your life. Since you've been a baby, the first time you pulled yourself up on something and then fell flat on your back, that was a mistake. I'm quite sure babies don't do that on purpose. They figure that I'm going to stand up, now I'm going to walk. Oops, boop. That's just what happens. Right? She's looking at me. She's like, why are you telling my secrets?
Yeah.
Why are you telling about my mistakes?
I mean, I think, you know, it all comes down to, just like, you know, we tell the children, worry about yourself.
Yeah.
It's, you know, carry your own weight.
Yes.
Just simply carry your own.
Until you can drop it off someplace. Just drop it in the dumpster.
Yeah, carry your own weight. If you know, you carry your, because, you know, if it was like that, then it's just like somebody having a bunch of weights and you have a bunch of weights and you're so worried about their weights and you say, well, here, can you take some of mine? Oh, no, this is heavy enough.
Yeah.
Life is hard enough. The mistakes you made are hard enough. Some of them are shameful enough.
Yes.
To not worry about what someone else is going. Like I said, even if you never want to admit it,
Yes.
You don't have to admit it.
Yes.
You don't have to.
You know, and this is the, I don't mean to cut you off, I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
This is the litmus, you know. If you find that you're surrounded by people that the only conversation is about what you've done wrong,
Mm-hmm.
stop conversing
Yeah.
with them. Stop. This is the only way you're going to have a stellar life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because as long as you allow these people don't respect your boundaries. They'll never respect your growth. They don't want to see your growth. As long as you have these people in your life, you're going to find that there's somebody in the background just tagging weights onto your ankle,
Yep.
making the journey that much harder.
Yeah. I had to come to the realization myself. You know, and you know, you just reflect a little bit. You start thinking about conversations and, you know, the people that are close to you and know what you're doing. And I said, well, wait a minute. This one hasn't mentioned it. Not that it's for validation, but it's just, you know, it's love. Anytime the children say, oh, Mom, I see, you know, you're making this, oh, that looks good. Or, oh, I noticed that, you know, you wake up earlier now or whatever. But then it's these people that try to remind me that, wait a minute, you got this weight. you know, those are the ones that never say,
they never have a good word.
Yeah. Maybe one or two things that they have no choice, you know, with social media, the game and stuff like that. But I mean the stuff, the real growth.
Yeah.
If you have no one, and you don't need the validation, but if you are considering these people close to you, and you consider these people, and you consider these people as your loved ones, wouldn't you think that they would add a little some feathers on the other side? You know, balance it out a little bit.
Yep.
Maybe remove some of those weights.
Yep. No, you are completely right. I could not have said it better. Hey, listen, guys, we really, it's getting kind of iffy as far as the weather is concerned, so I want to bring this to a close. But remember, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Every Monday we want to give away something, but we can't do that until we reach 500 subscribers. Hopefully you'll take a moment to go ahead and subscribe to our channel. That way when we go live, you'll never miss a beat. And we have lots of great content and content that we're actually creating. And she refuses to look at the camera. You got anything else you want to add?
No.
All right, you already know. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. Hopefully it doesn't rain where you're at. And you already know I'm Red.
And I'm the T.
And love you guys. Can you hit the X for me? That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.